Hey guys, welcome back to another very interesting video of our channel Versatile Knowledge, and today I'm going to be doing the final review of the Realme X3 smartphone. So this is my Realme X3 8GB 128GB variant, and I've been using this smartphone for the last 5 months of time, and I've used this as my daily driver for the last 5 months. And recently, just a couple of weeks back, I shifted my main SIMs to two new devices, that is the LG G8X Think and also the iPhone 11 64GB variant. So these two are the current primary drivers that I'm using, and it's time for me to sell the Realme X3. So this is my final review and my final thoughts on the Realme X3 smartphone and how has this smartphone served me in the last 5 months. I'll be sharing my in-depth experiences in this video. I'll be also giving the timestamps for this video in the description. When we purchase a product, the life cycle of our reviews are generally like this. Initially, we do unboxing and impressions video, post which we will do first things to do on your smartphone or any other gadget video, that is the tips and tricks video, and later we do the camera reviews, the gaming reviews, and later we do the comparisons with the competitors in the price segment and many other things that you guys require for making your purchase decision. And finally, we make the reviews. If we find any cons in the review that we have made, we actually wait for the companies to give the software updates to the smartphones so that the con might get converted into a positive thing about that device. A similar thing has happened with me with the Realme X3 smartphone. So a lot of things which I had noted down in my in-depth review that I had done a couple of months back has been changed to positives in this video. I've divided this video between the important segments, that is the build quality, the performance, the screen, the battery life, the overall software experience, and many other things as such. The first important thing is, across every department I will be sharing my thoughts about whether the overall experience has improved or it has decreased. To start with, the build quality is the first point. The build quality and design of this smartphone is extremely brilliant. It is a glass build. It has Corning Gorilla Glass 5 at the back and Corning Gorilla Glass 5 at the front. Throughout the course of the last 5 months, I've used this smartphone without a case and the tempered glass, guys. I've never used the case and tempered glass. I wanted to experience this as it is. I've not actually dropped it. That's why it has not got any cracks or something, but overall it has taken a few scratches. Apart from that, the overall build quality and the design has been extremely impressed. There are only two negative points about the design of this smartphone. The two negative points about the design of this smartphone are, one is it has a huge camera bump because of which it wobbles on a table or on a flat surface where you keep it. The second thing is there are two dual front facing cameras, which is actually not necessary in my opinion, and one single camera would have done the job. The second camera is an ultra wide angle snapper and it has extremely noisy photographs even today, and hence they could have omitted the second ultra wide angle camera on the front, made it look a little bit nice on the front. So if you look at the front, it looks a little bit odd, and I don't like the dual punch hole which looks like a pill. So these are the two design negatives that I would want to tell about this device. Apart from that, the overall design, build, the feel in the hand, it is extremely brilliant. It has plastic sides, but it didn't feel any cheap when compared to other smartphones in the market. So this is what I feel about the design and build quality of the Realme X3. Now let's talk about the most controversial topic about the Realme X3, that is the screen on this smartphone. So this phone, if you guys remember when it was launched, most bashed thing about this smartphone was the screen of this device. The brightness kam hai, brightness bahut kam hai outdoor situations mein, and a lot of things were happening in terms of bashing this device on the internet. But one thing that I noted is, right from the day I have used this smartphone till today, I have not got anything negative to say about this screen. It is an LCD display. It is a 120 Hz refresh rate, high refresh rate panel. It is a fantastic display, guys. I know there is no comparison between vivid AMOLED display and this display, but for a very good budget flagship experience, this device display has never disappointed me. Display generally acts as your view to your smartphone world. It is the entry point where you view your content, where you text your messages, where you view your social media, your posts and everything. The colors that come out of this display is fantastic. It does not have deep inky blacks like the AMOLED displays, but the overall display quality is fantastic. It has wideband L1 support. It can play full HD videos on Amazon Prime Video and Netflix platforms. It also has HDR support. Even though it is not certified by HDR, it has generic HDR support. It can play back HDR videos as well. So overall, the display quality is brilliant. For an average consumer, the display quality is extremely good. It is not at all a bad display. With a couple of software updates as well, they have fixed a few issues with respect to the display. It was not getting as bright as it should get in the outdoor conditions. The auto brightness was having some issues, and a lot of these things have got fixed over the course of the last few months with the regular software updates. And 120 Hz refresh rate is something that I would like to point it out over here for the display, guys. The screen's 120 Hz has been optimized for the Snapdragon 855 Plus processor like a champ. When I'm using my LG G8X Think, one thing that I actually miss is the 120 Hz refresh rate. I didn't actually feel a difference between 60 and 90, but 60 to 120 makes a huge difference, because the day I shifted my primary SIM from Realme X3 to LG G8X Think, the first thing that I noticed was I was feeling like, is the phone slow? That is the question that I was getting to my mind. But the point is, LG G8X is not a slow phone, but overall 120 Hz refresh rate and the optimization that has been done overall in the UI is fantastic on Realme X3, which I'm missing on the LG G8X Think. And also the LG does not have the full HD plus support on Amazon Prime Video platforms, which is one thing that I'm again missing on that phone, which I was getting easily on my Realme X3 smartphone. So the display on the Realme X3 is actually fantastic. It is not at all a con in my opinion. So guys, the third important thing that I want to discuss about the Realme X3 is the performance. One thing that I would like to actually say is, over the course of last few years, I have reviewed a lot of phones which are flagship phones like the OnePlus 7, it may be the OnePlus 7T, the OnePlus 8 Pro I have used, the iPhone 11 I'm using currently, the LG G8X which has a Snapdragon 855, but there is something about this phone which makes things a little bit more smoother and snappier overall. I think the hardware of Snapdragon 855 Plus and the great Realme UI is complementing each other and bringing this amazing performance on this device. If you are actually using the Realme X3, you would really agree with me. Overall performance of this device is a beast. I would like to use this word again and again in this video as well. I have used in the previous videos as well. It is a beast in terms of performance. I have actually never felt the difference between the performance on this device or the performance on a Snapdragon 865 based phones, which was the OnePlus 8 Pro that I've used recently. This phone and the OnePlus 8 Pro, they can go neck to neck in terms of performance. It has a Snapdragon 855 Plus that has a Snapdragon 865, which is a generation newer, but apart from that, the optimization has been done fantastic for the hardware that is present on the device. It has a UFS 3.0 storage. The 8GB RAM that is present on this device can make up for an excellent performance overall. When you talk about gaming, the gaming on this device has been fantastic. Call of Duty these days, I have been enjoying the experience of Call of Duty. It may be a normal match, that is the core game, or a high intense ranked match. This actually performs extremely brilliant in every gaming condition. If I'm rendering a video using a video application, if I'm rendering a photo, if I'm applying filters, if I'm applying a lot of edits to the photos, the performance has never dropped. If you would ask me what is the biggest positive thing about this Realme X3, then I would actually tell that is the performance on this smartphone. This phone can actually easily go heads on with the latest flagships, that is the 865 based flagship as well. So guys, the fourth important thing that I would like to discuss is about the software experience. Straight away I would easily go and say this is my third favorite UI on any Android smartphones. To start with, my first favorite UI, previously it was stock Android for me, but now first favorite UI is Oxygen OS, second favorite UI is One UI from Samsung, and third favorite UI is the Realme UI. There are a lot of small things that is present in the user interface, such as the gestures for screenshot, the Android 10 based back gestures, the screenshot gestures, it may be double tap to lock, it may be the software experience in the overall general system apps, dark mode that is present, the split screen mode that is present. Overall, the software experience has been really clean and smooth. When I purchased a smartphone, I used to get a couple of ads, but there is an option that is present inside the settings where you can turn off recommendations. Once I turned off all those recommendations, I have never got any ads or I've never encountered any intrusive advertisements on the Realme UI. And also, we have bought a video about how to remove all the bloatware on this device. You can surely check out that video to remove all the bloatware that was present. I've rarely noticed any bugs. There were a couple of bugs that was present which used to drain the battery in the initial days, but later we got software updates for this device which made the software experience really good. The device is running on the Android 10 with the latest October security patch, and every month from the day that I've purchased this smartphone, I have got a software update every month. So the last 5 months I've got 5 software updates, and in every update they are trying to push in or they are trying to bring in the changes that that would make the overall experience of this smartphone a little bit better. The notification bubbles, the ability to change the icon shape, the ability to have dark mode everywhere, reply to your chats from notifications, make dual applications for apps like WhatsApp, Facebook, etc. Ability to lock apps natively. You don't need a third-party application, just like how I am using on my LG G8X. Everything is baked into your ecosystem. If you have updated your Realme smartphone to the latest software, you also get a new application called Loop, with the help of which you can actually edit videos natively on your smartphone as well, which is one important thing these days. Video has become a vital part of everyday lives. Overall, the software experience on this device has been exceptional in my opinion. Now let's talk about battery, where I don't want to waste a lot of time, because battery has been again very good. It is a 4200 mAh battery, and in terms of battery, it is very good. It easily gives you around 4.5 hours, 5 hours, even 6 hours based on your usage, and for gaming as well, it is fantastic. But one thing that I would like to point, since I am using two different smartphones which gives extremely slow charging, the charging speed on this device is something that I'm actually really missing on the other two devices which I mentioned, that is the LG G8X and as well as on the iPhone 11. As you know, iPhone 11 comes with a 5-watt charger, but I've separately purchased a 12-watt charger for iPhone 11. Even with the 12-watt charger, the iPhone 11 charges, it takes at least 2.5 hours to 2 hours 45 minutes to charge from 10 to 100%, which is just insane, right, in this day and age. And also on the LG G8X thing, even though I'm using a 27-watt charger, it takes around 2 hours to charge from 0 to 100%. But this phone, it is a champ in terms of charging. 33-watt charging brick, that is the 33-watt dart charger that was provided with the box. It will easily charge somewhere around 1 hour 15 to 1 hour 20 minutes the smartphone completely. If you're having low charge and you want to top up your battery quickly, it is a champ in my opinion, because 10% if I plug it, it will hardly take 25-30 minutes to go to 55%, because at that point of time you are getting ready to go out somewhere urgently and you have just half an hour time to get ready. Then fast charging technology that is implemented on smartphones really helps in day-to-day lives. So guys, now let's talk about the final point about the Realme X3, which is the cameras, which I'm actually really liking these days. First, when I bought this smartphone, in my initial set of videos, you might have seen I have told that the first camera on the rear and the first camera on the front, apart from that, every other camera is useless. This is what I had told, right? Kind of my opinion is changed by up to 50% in these 5 months of time. The second or third software update that I got for the Realme X3 smartphone really brought in these changes. I'm actually sharing a few camera samples with you guys now to give you guys a clear idea about how great the smartphone cameras are actually getting these days, and Realme X3 has not disappointed me in my experience, guys. So previously I was actually ranting about these cameras. If you know that macro camera is useless, the ultra wide angle camera is noisy, the 64 megapixel mode also was noisy, and the second front camera, that is the ultra wide angle camera, was also noisy and it was not sharp, and many other things I was ranting, right? Just take a look at the camera samples, guys, because these photos that I'm showing you guys right now has actually wowed me. It has given me a fantastic feeling that cameras on Realme X3 has really improved, because as you guys can see, the skin tones what I generally like is a little bit on the warmer side. It is really sharp. The ultra wide angle photos are also fantastic. Overall colors that this camera has produced, even the 64 megapixel mode has improved, the selfies have improved, and many other things that I actually had disappointments with this camera has improved with the software updates over the last few months. So guys, these were my experiences with the Realme X3 and what I have actually felt over the last few months, and I've actually enjoyed using this smartphone, guys. It's time for me to sell this phone and I'll be waiting for next other smartphone, guys. Till then I'll be covering videos on the LG G8X and iPhone 11. A beautiful car is going in front of me and I want to quickly snap a photo of it. Have I been able to take that photo? Yes, I have been. It has been snappier. The camera shutter is fantastic. The stabilization has been fantastic as well. Quick video of a small dog that is going in road. I want to take a video of it. Has this smartphone helped me in capturing that memory? Yes, it has done. I want to play a quick game or two with my friends of Call of Duty or PUBG when it was present. Have I been able to do that with the great performance? Yes. I have taken a lot of photographs and I want to transfer it quickly to my computer and I have less time to do that. Have I been able to do that? Yes, I have been able to do that. So these are a few things that we need to note down. So that's it for this video, guys. If you guys have any doubts on this smartphone, do let me know in the comment section below. Even at 24,000 rupees currently, it is worth the money, I would like to say, because it is a fantastic device. I cannot ask more for the price range. If you guys have liked this video, please hit the like button, share this video with your friends and subscribe to the channel for more interesting content ahead. Thank you for watching, guys.